Colleen Schwerke, ADRC driver for the Osseo route.
Phyllis Olson from Blair.
George Brandt, representing the Ettrick area.
Dawn Trug, board and committee member for District 11.
Scott Brown from Whitehall.
Melissa Youngbauer, ADRC supervisor.
Mary Beck from Whitehall.
Jeannie Nutter, committee member and county board supervisor, District 15. Let me get that closer to my ear.
Becky Rick, ADRC admin.
Joan Sasala, Independence area.
Thank you all for being here. I'll call the meeting to order. I believe we have a quorum.
Oh, yeah, we would with this.
Yep, yep. Open meeting law has been met through the proper posting. We have an agenda in front of us. I'd entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt the agenda. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. I said that too quickly. I think Beth was voting for it.
Yes, I am.
Yep. We had the minutes of the October meeting that were sent out. If you had a chance to look those over. I wasn't at the meeting, so I wouldn't even be able to talk about it much. But any questions about those minutes?
Nope, I move to approve them.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. Now we need to address the vacancies of our group here. We have one specifically vacant, and we haven't seen Rita Halverson for a very long time. I had talked with her many months ago, and she was still interested, but I think she continues to have challenges physically and whatnot now and then, so she just hasn't been here, so we should probably replace her position. Are we?
Area is she from?
She's from the Whitehall area.
Yep, she lives out near Pleasantville.
So are we looking to replace her with somebody from the same area or doesn't matter?
We have a lot from Whitehall. I think we could go elsewhere. We don't have much Osseo representation, do we? Oh, yeah, we do.
Colleen.
Yep,
Yeah.
Rachel and Colleen, okay. And, yeah, and there's one completely vacant, so that would be two. And Heidi McKeith, understand was here in October. Don't see her today either online or here. Does anybody know Heidi? And she still seems interested.
I know her, but I haven't talked to her about it.
Where is she from?
Galesville. I'll see her. I'll talk to her.
Okay. I mean, she wasn't officially voted in last time, but we maybe could do that, and then you could have a little ammunition and say, we voted you in now, we want you to attend.
I feel like we did vote her in a couple of meetings ago. She's been to 2 meetings.
Yeah, I
But-
think we approved her at the county board too.
Oh,
You do?
I-
Okay,
Pretty sure we
I
did.
think we did.
okay.
I stand corrected.
I mean,
I do too.
I won't lay my life on it, but I'm pretty, because we did do some approving of ADRC members at a recent county board meeting.
We can look back at the meeting minutes, but I'm pretty sure like 2 meetings ago, maybe
Yeah.
we approved her. I'm here and then at the
Okay.
county board.
Okay.
My
County
memory-
board meeting, what month are we in February? Might have been December
December.
meeting.
Okay. Well, you both, it sounds like you both think that it happened, so, okay. That's a good thing. My understanding was that she did want to be on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I did not hear from her today, but she did not tell me she was no longer interested, so. Are you
Okay.
looking, Dawn, just to see if you can?
I'm getting there.
Yeah,
It's gonna
okay,
take me a few
okay.
minutes.
Well, we could move along while you're looking. If anyone knows of someone that would be interested in being a part of this group, we sort of threw that at Jeannie Nutter there. She's not going to be a part as of an official county agent, but you are a citizen of the county, and we'd love to have you, I think, as a citizen member of the group. You could possibly represent over 60 or something like that.
Over 70?
Yeah, I resemble that remark too. So, yep, if you're interested and you come to our next meeting, we could vote you in at that point.
Well, she'll still be a member at the next meeting.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true.
I'll still be on the board.
But the one after that.
Yes.
Yeah, just let me know if you need me.
So it definitely looks like we have 2 definite openings, so,
Okay,
yeah.
let me know.
Yeah, and if, I guess, yeah, if you know of anybody else that's interested, send them my way. Maybe in the next newsletter, I could also put in a little blurb about just that we are seeking members.
Didn't we have a couple members, didn't we have somebody from this, from Strum on this board at one time?
Well, Rachel is kind of, I think is it a Strum address that she has in Osseo? But she's kind of the Pleasantville, Strum area. She attends meals in Strum often, volunteers there, but.
So with regard to Heidi, going back to that, she was on the agenda and introduced to the committee in August, but it wasn't on the agenda for formal approval then. And I don't see that it ever hit the agenda again in October, so maybe it wasn't ever finalized.
That is what I was thinking.
So should we make it official?
I think we should.
Yeah,
I would-
I am.
Okay, to
make a motion.
entertain a motion.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve Heidi McKeith.
I'll second.
Okay, so motion and second to approve Heidi McKeith as a member of the ADRC Advisory Council. All in favor signify by the sign of aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. She is approved. So it is official. Thank you for looking.
No problem.
And I will definitely contact her and, yeah, let her know.
Thank you. We'll move on to the open house.
So we have to do nomination.
Oh. For new officers. Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
It's a good thing Melissa's here. We need to have new officers' nominations. So,
We would do that in April
Right, with the.
with new county board members.
Okay.
There'll be new people on the committee maybe in April, or May for sure.
Right, by May.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah, wait till all the
Okay.
people are here. It
Hey,
might-
I'm the one that does this agenda, so yes, I made a mistake. Yeah.
It actually
That
might
does,
be.
that makes sense.
It might be May, because I think I'll still be at the April meeting, that's election day, so it'll probably,
Makes sense to do it when we are settled with it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
okay,
So you're it until probably June.
I've been it before. Okay, number 7, ADRC move to new office space and open house information. Yep, everybody's got this, so.
Okay.
I'm sad I won't be here.
You won't?
I'll be in Montana. You know, it's my annual trek to my family clan, St. Patrick's Day
Well,
celebration.
you're gonna miss it. It's gonna be fun.
I know, I see that.
But just wanting people to know, and we were waiting to get into the room, and so many of you already heard this, but we did move to our new space about 2 weeks ago. It is just wonderful. Loving the fact that you just go through security and then you'll take a right, and we are where the extension used to be. So it's just a very welcoming space. It's large. We are finding that customers are already just saying, like, it's just so convenient. They just basically come in and then they're right there. So it's just been really, really great, especially since over the last, 6 months, 9 months, we've had to go upstairs and downstairs and around, and it's just, I do think that it did definitely, we had seen a dip in people just walking in and just coming in and just asking about our services just because they knew that it would not be easy to get to us. So I think it's just, customers are just already voicing their approval of just the design and how close it is to the front. And I think that was always when we talked about where the ADRC was going to be, that's what they wanted it to be, close to the front, as close as it could be. So that's been really great. Colleen just had the opportunity to tour it. It is not decorated yet in any way, so it is kind of a sterile feel at this point, but. Yeah, so we got a little over a month to get that all sorted out. One of the really great features that we're already liking is we do have our own conference room. So it's just, even when the Nutrition Council met beforehand, they were able to meet in that space. It was always kind of almost just like an embarrassment, because in the past, the conference rooms, like the chairs, if anybody had been there, they were just not always clean, and that type of thing of just being just clean and just neat space is just so nice. We do have a large sign that is going to be in the waiting room. It'll be a backlit sign that Edge Graphics has done for us, so that's going to be really nice. We're looking forward to that. Another kind of, I think, nice thing is that the Veterans Services, they are in our same space. And so it's convenient, I think, for them. And, they only have their 2 staff, so Becky has been helping them some with people that are walking in or people that have appointments. So I think they are happy with that extra support, so that's kind of nice. Another thing is just our drivers, during that whole, when we had to go around, and that was really inconvenient for our drivers, and a lot of them are also older adults. And so they were having a tough time with all of that walking that was involved. So they are also just very happy with being able to come into our new space and pick up their mail and pick up the keys for the vehicles. So it's going really, really well. Yeah. So anybody that is interested, I certainly would welcome you to join me afterwards, and we can go, so you can see where we are located. Yeah, yes. And another thing right now, it is also it's open to other human services staff, so not just the ADRC. There will be more conference spaces for other human service units after the whole, renovation is complete. But for now, we have had some people that have other staff that are using that space, and that's been nice too, just that other people are able to use it, so. And yes, we do have the open house, March 17th. That is St. Patrick's Day. We thought it would be just kind of a easy date for people to remember. The flyer is a little St. Patrick-y. I know that's not really a word, but a little bit not too wild with the St. Patrick theme, but it's just going to be, I think, just a low-key event. People can come and see the space. We'll have refreshments there. All of the ADRC staff will be available and on hand so that people could come in and just meet staff and learn more about what we do. I think it's going to be something that maybe we will do on a regular basis, maybe once or twice a year, just have an open house. A lot of other ADRCs do that, just inviting people to come in and meet us. So it's just such a great opportunity that we can be so proud of our space now and just have a really accessible, nice location to do it. So you are all invited, of course, to the open house. We'd love to have you there. If you want to be present and talk to people as well, you're welcome to do that. So the Nickel is going to be there, and they're going to be actually providing. Yeah, it's going to be nice. So the Nickel is a local, business out of Osseo, so they're going to be there, and they'll have coffees and
Ice cream?
no, not ice cream. The refresher, yeah, they serve refreshers, so it'll have like fresh fruit and. Yeah. Yes, we haven't chosen the refreshers, but we will definitely have to have some green refreshers.
Saturday is ice cream for breakfast day,
Oh,
so.
Might have to buy some.
Wait for that day.
Wait a minute, so I have not heard of this place.
The nickel,
Oh, my gosh.
they make the best breves ever.
You know where the old Hardee's,
yes, it did, didn't it?
Next to the loft.
the loft?
I remember the loft.
Okay.
Next to Roger Johnson's.
Yes. Same parking lot.
Yes, okay,
Yep.
I remember the loft.
Spring, Christmas decorations, and all kinds of local food and snacks.
Antiques.
Yeah,
there-
we've not worked with them in the past for any of our catering or anything, so, yeah, looking forward to that, and I thought their pricing was very reasonable. It'll just be nice to be able to have them focus on the drinks, and I think the visitors will be really happy.
I need to get further north from time to time.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah, a while back, they kind of contracted with like 120 different people to have their goods, their wares, their arts and crafts, whatever, in the nickel. And then they also are an antique store. They remodeled last year and opened it up for more people to come and sit and just relax, have coffee, chat. It's really cool.
Yeah,
they
they
do.
do, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have lunches the last time I was there. I often stop for
Yeah.
coffee after tech study on Tuesday mornings and heading to visit somebody at Dove Healthcare. It's kind of right in the middle, so fill up my coffee cup.
Yeah,
Yeah, Levi and
I think you can even bring your dog in there. They used to have a dog.
Kurt, yeah,
Kurt,
Levi and
that's
Kurt
right,
Nelson. Yeah, Levi is, I think, kind of took it over, but yeah, Kurt is definitely in. They also have one in Willard, is it?
oh,
They
really?
opened a new one. They're really stretching themselves thin. In the summertime, they are the main hosts of the Music in the Park in Osseo. Yep, they bring down an ice cream cooler and their coffees, and Kurt is there to set up the entire park practically for the event, and it's pretty amazing. They're very, very oriented to the community. Good people.
Yes, yes, and I'm just happy to support, again, a local business that can help us as well, so. Yeah, I think it'll be a fun event. I feel like there is some talk that the government center may have another open house once it's completely remodeled, and, you know, we'll be happy to participate in that as well, of course, but we just wanted people to know about our new space, and, again, we want people to feel welcome and be able to come in, because, again, the traffic is down a little bit from when we were across the street, so. And we haven't started doing any advertising yet. I don't think, in general, the public yet is aware that we've moved and that, so I would say probably within the next week, we probably will start doing some Facebook posts and making people aware.
You Could go on WHTL one morning when they do stuff, and you could talk about, I think it's Wednesdays, well, I don't know, but just call them. They're very happy to have people talk about what's going on in Trempealeau County.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could talk about.
Mary
You
Mary
both could
Johnson
go.
and I go
I'd be
out there
happy
quite
with you.
often for
Oh, okay.
relay.
Yeah, you both could go. It'd be great.
Yeah, yeah, it should be both of us, not just me.
Or
I'm sorry.
one
Not
of the
that I'm
others of
nervous.
you, maybe you want to join.
No,
them
no, no,
too.
no. You are a much better presenter about what's going on than me. I get,
great.
squirrel. I'm very distracted.
But yeah, that's a good idea. I think that's a really good.
Because a lot of people listen to it. My horse listens to it every morning in the barn.
I know any number of construction construction outfits that listen to the byline. You might want to think about going on the byline too.
Where is that?
Oh my gosh,
I've never heard of
Okay.
my line.
that was actually a joke, but.
Oh, okay, okay.
People do call in with information like that.
Okay.
As well as selling, tire rims and and water beds and
See, yeah, neither
snowmobiles
Scott
and
or I
things
know
like
what that is, so.
Yeah, I've not heard of that.
Blog, a Substack, and talk about all this. That's where everybody gets their news now.
Yeah.
When you mentioned that your horse listens, my brain went to, horse wouldn't be a very good representative here because the answer would always be nay instead of I. Sorry. That's the way my brain works, so, sorry. Okay, any other questions about the open house? I think it's pretty exciting. I wish it was tomorrow and not the 17th.
I know, right.
Yep, for sure. We'll move on then to the Nutrition Council report, please.
Okay, I guess I wasn't prepared for this one.
Whatever
Just
you
came
know.
from it, so
Okay,
I'll have to bear with me. She also mentioned the open house, so you're all privy to that now. For some planning updates, if you remember last year, they did the Cupid crew, where the drivers were given the roses from, I think it was part of Wish of a Lifetime through AARP.
that's right.
And our county or whatever has been awarded that again this year. So there'll be about 125 roses that the drivers of the meal delivery will distribute on Valentine's Day on the Friday before, on the next Friday. And that was well-received last year. The people were very happy with it. And they're planning on, I guess the Wanex site has asked, they want to have some sort of a Valentine party. So ADRC here is working with them to maybe get some roses there for those dine-in people and maybe have some games or small prizes and award a rose to each of those people also. We're needing drivers in the Pigeon Falls area, so if anybody knows of someone in the Pigeon area, it would be Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays that they would need to deliver a home-delivered meal. And it's only 4 stops. So, and Pigeon is, I don't know if there's any outside this limits or if it's in town, but she just said it would probably take all of 15, 20 minutes. So if anybody knows of anybody that would like to do that.
Where do the meals get picked up? I should know this.
Joe, he picks them up in Eau Claire, but he would deliver them to the Falls Meat Service in Pigeon. And then whoever would want to deliver them would pick them up at Falls Meat Service. They'll be in a heated container, the warm meals, and then there's a cooler for the cold stuff. And then after you deliver, you would also return those back to Falls Meat, because then the next day, they stop there and pick those up, take them back to Eau Claire to be refilled, and then, distribute again the next meal delivery date. So we pick it up at Falls Meat Service. That was that. I guess there was just a renewal of contracts for providers that make the meals for the home-delivered meals, and also the sites that provide the congregate meals. So those contracts were all just renewed, and they're good for 2 years. And I believe they ended the one at Grandview, providing the meals, and Tri-County Hospital here took that up. So that was the only change. Otherwise, all the places that in the past provided the meals or the congregate meals stayed the same. And I don't have a list of all those, sorry. But it's, the Wanex Center in Strum, Cafe 60, I'm not familiar, Boondocks, Blair, okay. Yeah, she didn't have the names listed here, so my apologies on that. The Wanex Center is having some remodel or updates. No, not the Wanex Center. Who provides the meals? The pub, okay. Ashley Pub is having some remodeling done. So they will not be able to make the home-delivered meals or provide for the congregate meals at the Wannick Center there's 3 meals in February. And she stated those, and again, I didn't write down the dates, but, so I'm sure those people will be notified. But it's 3 days, and
So actually, did she mention that Tri-County is going to be making?
that's
Yep.
right, she did. I wrote that back here.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
So they have just been great to work with,
To
because we've
step
had
up
this,
and-
you have to
yep.
step up, so
Yep.
they've done that a
Okay,
few
that's
times
right.
for us now. So they will, so the home delivered meal recipients, they won't have to miss any meals, so,
Right,
so
yep.
that's great. But then, yes, we are notifying the Wannick Center that there is a week then, I think, that they will not have
Right, right.
meals. So.
Thanks for that
Hopefully it's
reminder.
not Friday the 13th. 'cause
No,
that's the-
it is not, because that's the Valentine's
Yep.
party,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then, I didn't write down all the numbers either, but they've noticed a decline in not only home-delivered meals, but also in the congregate sites overall. Roughly in 2024, 2025, it's down, and now it's showing possibly a reduced number again. We discussed why might that cause that. Some of it might be, and I'm not familiar with this part of it, the demographics versus family care. Sammy mentioned, and I'm not familiar with it, that if you have someone on family care, they feel that, there's people coming into the home, helping the people, maybe should be helping with meal prep, but they have a whole list of other responsibilities also for these people. So they feel that maybe they don't have time to help with meal prep, and then would like these people to have meals, but agencies are not agreeing with that because they think they might be double dipping, getting someone to help with a meal and then get a meal prepared. So, and I'm not familiar with all of that, but, so they felt that maybe some of that came into play, why it's down. Another one was, well, the age group, we get older, we pass on, but then, there's the new retired group of people coming on board, but I think families aren't as big as they were before, so maybe there's less people coming on board just because of demographics of how society has changed with families, so maybe we got less people, I don't know. There's a whole question as to why it's down, so Sammy was gonna check into some of that. I just forgot her name. Anyway, she was there, she works with Jackson County. Kristen was there, and we talked about even canceled days because of snow days. In Osseo, like a couple of weeks ago, there was 3 days, like within a week and a half, where because of weather, it was canceled. And she had mentioned that in Jackson County, they have shelf-stable meals that they put together in like a brown lunch bag, maybe have a local school decorate it so it's not just a lunch bag. And they put in shelf-stable meals that maybe a couple are given out at the beginning of the winter season, and the people are just asked to save those for these snow days. And there's, is it Swanson's? No, it's not Swanson's. There's the little shelf meals that you can get, like beef stew or Roganoff or something in noodle, I can't remember it, but, so they put like one of those in there for the main meal, and then maybe like raisins, or you can get the little cups of like oranges or fruit cocktail or what for the fruit. The V8 juice for maybe the vegetable, something that is shelf-stable that these people could have on a snow day. So that's being looked into, that maybe there's funding there to do a few of those to have for the people on our routes in all these areas.
I do like that idea. I always worry about when we cancel.
Yeah, yeah,
I really like that idea. What we have, and there's a lot of counties that do it, what it gets tricky is the funding for that.
right, right.
But I mean, there's gotta be a way to do that. We do get donations from people, maybe that would be cause there are so many requirements about how to use that
Yeah.
funding.
How are the other counties funding it? I
Yeah,
wonder? That would be a
that's,
question. to
yeah,
ask.
that's what we have to look into.
Could you, use, is it possible to have like Feed My People or something like that, donate?
And Kristen is
Our
involved with that
Ruby's
food
Ruby's
pantry.
Closet.
She might be a
So-
good resource to ask
Right.
that question.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I really
Yeah.
like that idea.
I mean, Ruby's Closet is in Osseo, but
Right.
Feed My People's all over the
Right.
county.
Yeah.
You have a pantry here for emergencies. It
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like a shelf-stable food would be a good thing for you to have some on hand, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We have some in our office, not a lot. Not a lot.
That's maybe something we could start asking for donations to be at the ADRC. Since you have more room, you could have a little closet with soup and veggies and,
Yeah. Because we do
Fruit.
have non-perishables right now in our
Yeah.
office, but yeah, it's small.
It sounded like this was something that would be taken at some point early in the year or whatever to the family home
Right.
to save. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be like
Right.
you'd be storing it here.
Right, you'd ask
Because
them
the
to
drivers
save it.
wouldn't be, yeah, they wouldn't be out on that day anyway.
But if you all, it sounds like I think everybody's saying they think that it's a good idea. I think it's just a matter of, we just need to explore how these other counties are doing it.
Yep.
Whether they can fund it somehow through their nutrition program, like if there's a way to do that, but, I'm not sure. Otherwise, right, I think it's just a matter of, yeah, asking for help, figuring out if there's food pantries that want to donate, or, we do get donations for our food programs, for our nutrition programs. We did just get a $250 donation from an organization in Arcadia. So if there was a purpose, I think it's, a lot of times people are more willing to donate
For
if they
something
know, yeah,
specific.
something specific.
Specific, yeah.
Could I comment on the decreased numbers?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Seems concerning because, of course, we all know that the fastest growing population in the world right now are 60 and over, 60-plus ages. So it seems like we ought to be seeing increased numbers rather than decreased numbers. So it just makes me wonder, I think that, through our Facebook page and other means, you do a pretty good job of communicating, or maybe you do the best you can, but I just feel like there's a lack of knowledge is probably one of the bigger barriers, because as new people reach age and, retire and that, they don't necessarily know the resources that are available to them until they maybe are in crisis or, what have you. I don't know if there's some other way of getting that message out there more. I don't know what that is, but I just worry that it's more of a lack of awareness than it is a lack of need. I don't know if there's anyone that can spitball on that and think of great ideas, but
Part of my report, I was going to talk about the annual report, which I'll have numbers next time. I have recently, I think it was Friday, I submitted our annual report, like the ADRC section, the draft, to our deputy director. The senior meals, those congregate meals, were almost identical. So people are going out to the senior meals at it was almost completely identical. But the HDMs, the home delivered meals, definitely there was a drop. So that is very accurate. So just wanting people to be aware, and I will have more, like, the exact numbers at our next meeting, but,
Yeah, it's curious about the drop.
yeah.
Because I think people have known about Meals on Wheels and home-delivered meals forever.
Yeah,
But not knowing, I mean, what it means to get them or how to be eligible or.
Yeah, I certainly, I do regularly talk to people. I probably talked to somebody within the last 2 weeks again, that they're familiar, people are familiar with Meals on Wheels. A lot of people know that term, Meals on Wheels. And then when they really got down to it, they're like, so really you deliver everywhere in our county? Yeah, everywhere in our county. And then they really then again want it, like, so you could be in the middle of nowhere in our county. Yeah, we do, we deliver. So I do think there definitely is some
I think
lack of awareness.
Yeah, and I think it's just easy because being in healthcare or social services, that's something that we're familiar with anyway, right, Jeannie? But I don't know that people are as familiar with it when you're outside of that, that
Yeah,
window.
yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, the term Wheels on Wheels makes sense to people, but I don't know because we're so rural that
Yeah.
people actually think that that's available to them or what the cost is. And then the other thing I think about when I think about decreased numbers is the cost of groceries as opposed to the cost of the home-delivered meals. The home-delivered meals are essentially cheaper, really.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, so you would
Yeah.
think you would be seeing more people with the aging population, the cost to the
yeah.
people, and all of those things.
Yeah, I do want people to know as well, we had identified probably midway through the year that numbers were lower. We track numbers every month, so I can tell you every month where we're at. And so we definitely reached out to many of our neighboring counties. Everybody is seeing the same thing with HDM, so it is not just Trempealeau County. Which I think is important. One of the other factors that I really think plays a piece is that there are a lot of other companies that deliver meals at this point. You know, they're used to, 10 years ago, there weren't these other companies that would deliver meals right to your doorstep.
DoorDash and things?
No, more so like Mom's Meals. Like Mom's Meals is a company out of Eau Claire, and they deliver right to your door. Our caregiver programs,
Our meals are right to your door.
yeah.
But I mean, when you said that, I
Yeah.
thought about Home Fresh but those are like really, it's like the farmer's dog food, it's $150 a week if I were to do that for my dog. That stuff is really expensive.
It is. It is. But it is another option that wasn't
Right.
out there
Right.
before.
But
DoorDash,
too, you can order from, I don't know if DoorDash delivers in Trempealeau County. Do they?
Do they? Do you know? I don't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. But that's, yeah. So I think one of the pieces, though, is like Mom's Meals. If you get those delivered to your door, that isn't that safety check. That is the thing that we can offer that most of these other companies aren't offering. But I do think it's a factor, because I can say from our caregiver programs, we've had more people that we are, because our caregiver programs can also provide home delivered meals to people, or they can provide these other companies that deliver. And we are seeing more people that are interested in these other companies. There's more choices. They typically are coming with the fresh ingredients, so people are making their meals. They've got to be able to make some of their meals. But we are seeing that with their caregiver programs. But worth investigating.
Colleen, was there anything else that
Nope,
you?
that's about it.
I think you did a wonderful job for not really being prepared.
Colleen,
That
you-
was amazing.
You did yes,
Thank you.
excellent job.
Yeah,
I
thank you
just-
so much.
I just thought of something, maybe when the weather's better and people don't have to worry about a snowstorm, you could have like a focus group here and invite people to talk about, or in the community, or at a church, or at the congregate
Meals.
sites, about why do you think people aren't, because my group of grandmas know everything that's going on, and they talk to each other. So, find out what people, is it that they don't like the food, or are there other underlying issues,
And I think too, the Nutrition Council that is a tool also to,
We'll have to tell Sammy about that.
we need to get, I feel like, yeah, yeah.
To get feedback from people about why don't you like our home delivered meals? Why would you rather have DoorDash than a guy who's gonna come in, or a woman, to see how you're doing?
And we did do surveys, I mean, that is another piece, so I think just more analysis of all of this, because surveys were done in the second half of last year. Overall, the surveys were quite good.
And I don't remember which other site besides Cafe 60 where there's a menu they can choose, one of 5 choices. So there's, at the congregate sites anyway, there's more of a variety. And I forget which one she said that they're now offering a salad choice. Besides,
I think
if
that's
it's
the
beef
Wanik.
stew, there's also a salad.
Wanik Center, I
So-
believe, does that.
You can have either.
You can have either.
Sign up and,
Okay,
the week before, and you specify whether you want the meat
Okay.
or the salad.
yeah. She did say at those sites that the numbers were slowly getting better because of the choice. So,
We have not
That's a positive.
experimented with home delivered meals having choices.
yeah. oof.
Yeah, I see your, yeah,
Well, from Eau Claire County, I don't know if they could do it, because it's my understanding that that site prepares like 600 meals.
but I think they do it for, I don't know if it's Eau Claire County or Chippewa, one of those counties, they
Do
do
they?
have some choices. But I mean, you know the logistics better as well as anybody, and yeah, what would that look like?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's, when
Yeah, I
we're
don't
talking
know.
about 20,000 meals in a year,
Yeah.
like, giving choice, I mean, it's a,
Usually the way that works, though, is if a person does a choice, right, they fill out their choices the week prior or whatever it is, and if they don't fill out their choices, then they get a default meal. I don't know, I wonder if Tri-County wouldn't be willing to entertain that idea. I don't know about the larger,
Yeah,
I don't know about
right, I
that,
think it
but
would be, what we've done with the senior meals, so the congregate, the sites, we've started with one location. And so, maybe it would be just something like, let's try it in Whitehall, the city of Whitehall, that
Sure.
route, and see.
it's really
See-
interesting, because people do want that choice. I do know
I
that,
agree.
that
I
at least a
agree.
few people I know chose to end services just because it felt so repetitive.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah.
And I think what we're seeing is, I feel like this younger group of seniors, they're wanting choices, and they're wanting, like, when you talk about, like, the option of salads, like fresh salads, those types of things, I do think that that could be the piece that,
A lot of good discussion. Thank you very much.
Yep.
We'll move on to Melissa's report.
it's
Continue
very
on.
good discussion. I appreciate people's feedback, and, yes, gives me some ideas, some food for thought, right? A couple
Ba-dum-bum.
things, yeah.
Food for
ba-dum-bum.
thought.
Yeah, food for thought. Just
No
to
pun.
give people an update on health promotion and how that's going. We had Strong Bodies classes that started in Whitehall and in Trempealeau the first week of January, and has gone amazingly well. We've had over 20 people that signed up for the class in Whitehall. And we had multiple people that were, trying to get into that class after it started, that we just had to turn them away, because it's just, over 20 people is just really too many for an exercise class. So, but that's telling us that just what the interest is there. Yeah, that's great. It's really, really good. And then the Stepping On class, which is a falls prevention class, that starts tomorrow in Whitehall. I'm the one that's teaching that class, but every week there are experts from Tri-County that'll also be joining me. So for example, tomorrow, the first class, we have the physical therapist that'll be joining us and leading us in a group of, or series of exercises that are strength and balance exercises. And so I believe we have 13 registered. That class, ideally, what they want you to have is 10 to 14 people in the class. So we're there, and I would not be surprised if we have somebody, maybe one or two, just come, because that's typically what is happening. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy that Tri-County is joining us. So not only is it their therapy department, but their optometrist, one of their physicians, and one of their EMTs is joining us. And that therapist, so Kelly Moore, who is a PT, is joining us for 3 different sessions. It's a very, it's a very set, like all evidence-based programs, it's really prescribed of how that goes. And so Kelly will be joining us, for 3 sessions, so just excited about it. And if it goes well, certainly hope to figure out a way to bring that to more communities also. But it's just so convenient because it works out so well for Tri-County because they don't have to travel, right?
I
So-
went to the hospital not too long ago for my leg, and I had therapy, and it's very good.
Good. Yeah, that's good. And some of the participants that are registered have recently participated in therapy services, so they've helped promote the class, and so I think it's just gonna be really good. So besides the open house, we definitely want to be, we're definitely considering other, like educational opportunities, events, so just stay tuned. I think one right now we're strongly considering is kind of a final affairs event. So we've done that a few years ago. We've done smaller educational seminars last year, but kind of wanting to do more of a larger final affairs event that might have to do with like planning funerals, advanced directives.
You had an advanced directive partnership recently, I think, relatively recently. How was
Yes.
the turnout with that?
Really, really good. So that was in November.
Did you report that here already? I'm sorry if you did.
We maybe did not because we didn't meet.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it went really well. I don't know the exact numbers offhand, but I think there was around a dozen people that came. Many of them did sign advance directives that day.
Perfect.
So the social workers at Tri-County, they really liked it. They said that it was meeting in that group setting, it was very effective versus meeting with so many people one-on-one.
Yeah, I'd love to see something like that continue
Yeah.
on a relatively regular basis.
Yeah, and that's,
I go to one since I don't have it, nor do I have a will. I know, we're terrible,
Yeah,
we're terrible adults.
yeah.
it's the generation.
It went really well, so definitely would want them to be a part of an event.
So
and
important.
They did say also that, yes, they'd like to participate in the future, so.
Good.
So that would be one of the things that we'd like to get planned, and then another thing that I would really like to do would be more of a prevention or like with brain health and just general health, more of a just, I guess, speaking on those topics, just how to be healthy as we age, that kind of a focus, so. So stay tuned. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. Already did talk about our next meeting, would definitely have our final ADRC annual report from 2025. So that is really all that I have.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I think most of us, or all of us, are very pleased at all that's going on in your, your group. Your staff are wonderful, and we just appreciate you and everything that goes on. So thank you for the ongoing, and thank you for the update. Any open comments for the group today?
I want to say thank you for having people come and take me to, I'll see you in a good trip. The drivers are very careful, very nice, and very wonderful.
That's good. So you're talking about, or Mary's talking about the transportation services, that the, like, local van service.
I like the people. They're very wonderful and complimented. And they put me in a wheelchair that I said I could walk. No, we want you in a wheelchair. And I said, okay, I'm not gonna
Safety
argue with
first,
you.
yeah, safety is very
You're older
important.
than I am.
It's slippery everywhere right now.
Yeah.
Safety first.
I stopped to pick Mary up this morning and stopped where I usually do, and this gal is coming from, she took her garbage across the street. She's coming back, and she said, you may not want to have her cross right there. And I looked, and it was like an ice skating rink with it. Yeah, right at the edge where we normally, so I
Yeah.
moved the car forward, and Mary thought I was leaving, and, you know, we got it all worked out. Got it all worked out, so.
I started moving.
Yep. We often mention that the scams out there, there's so many scams going on. And when we had the scam prevention at Wanik Center quite a while ago, the gentleman started out by saying we could either do just this one first slide or we could do the whole program. And the very first slide says, don't answer your telephone. And that was kind of the gist of the whole thing, is that anytime you don't know the number, don't even answer it. My phone on its own is all of a sudden not even answering, you know, numbers will call from like 921 area code or something, and it goes into a separate thing that doesn't recognize, and I mean, it's wild. But electronics and, you know, the AI can create anything these days, and
I hate that. There's a thing going on right now with, if you have an Apple phone, my friend, and she's smart, and she fell for it, and her checking and her savings account got wiped out.
Oof.
She thought it was real, because it came on her phone, and it was a message from Apple. I said, they aren't gonna call you. Don't.
it's so tempting to answer.
It is, and you think, is this real? You know, ugh. I just wait for the bank to call and say, Gene, you're $1 million over Durham because you haven't paid any attention to our calls. Then I'll pay attention.
They have a scam now that is for a funeral thing. So what I do is I click. I don't want to hear it because I already have everything ready. So I said, no, I don't want that.
Good
So
for you.
Yeah,
That's
they're
the only thing I
fishing.
do have ready is my, what to do with me when I die. Otherwise, I have nothing else planned.
It's a start. Yeah, and the other thing I think is never say yes. If somebody, you know, is this Scott Brown? I say, this is Scott Brown. I don't say yes, because you say yes to a scammer once and they can use it for anything. I got your voice and probably even my face from something, and, yeah. Okay, our next meeting will be April 7th, my gosh. And
Tulips will be up.
are we meeting here or in your conference room,
We'll
or?
meet here because they want, I think, to have the
Yeah.
opportunity to
Okay.
tell
Are
them.
we televised today? It never said on air,
It
so I
didn't.
didn't know.
he's over there.
It's on air,
Yes, he's doing something.
yep.
Oh, yeah, well,
says
I
on
guess
there.
we were.
So smile and wave. Yes, so.
But no,
we-
I would prefer to not be on camera, but I think they.
Bye, Beth.
Bye, Beth. I think they.
We'll see you online again, April 7th.
All right,
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank
come
you.
home soon.
I'll be there.
When are you coming home?
Toward the end of April.
People seem to spend longer and longer times in warmer climates.
Can't imagine.
Can't blame them.
Yep.
Although if you're in Florida, my niece lives in Florida. She sent me a thing and it was -1 feel-like temperature in Melbourne.
They set records.
Wow.
You know, they're low.
She said the orange crops are gonna be decimated.
Yes.
Better go buy a bunch of oranges.
Yeah, right?
So we're at the end of our agenda, so I believe we
Thank you,
are
guys.
adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Wait.